welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a breaking and most amazing news too for our viewers. A geologist found the oldest water on earth and they tried to test it. In 2016, geologists studying a Canadian mine made an incredible discovery. At a depth of about 3 km, equivalent to 1.8 miles, they found flowing water, which tests revealed to be between 1.5 billion and 2.64 billion years old. Having been isolated for all this time, it was the oldest water that had been found on earth. When people think about this water, they assume it must be some teeny amount of water trapped within the rock. Professor Barbara Lawler, who led the team, told BBC News, "Yeah, but in fact, it is very much bubbling right up out at you. These things are flowing at rates of liters per minute. The volume of the water is much larger than anyone anticipated." The team found traces that indicated life had once been present within the water. By looking at the sulfate in the water, we were able to see a fingerprint that's indicative of the presence of life, and we were able to indicate that the signal we are seeing in the fluids has to have been produced by microbiology, and most importantly has to have been produced over a very long time scale. The microbes that produce this signature could not have done it overnight, Lawler said. This has to be an indication that organisms have been present in these fluids on a geological time scale. Without light, the microbes survived using substrates produced from radiation. The sulfate in this ancient water is not modern sulfate from surface water flowing down. What we have found is that the sulfate, like the hydrogen, is actually produced in place of reaction between the water and rock. Longley, assistant professor in the University of Alberta's Department of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences, said in a press release, "What this means is that the reaction will occur naturally and can persist for as long as the water and rock are in contact, potentially billions of years." Well, the discovery had implications for finding life elsewhere on Earth as well as out there in the solar system. What everyone on the internet always wants to know is, what does the forbidden drink taste like? Amazingly, we have an answer for that. If you are a geologist who works with rocks, you have probably licked a lot of rock, Lawler told CNN. While not a rock, she still gave the water a try. Testing it off her finger, she was looking for a salty taste, with saltier water tending to be older, much to her delight. The water was very salty and bitter, and much saltier than seawater. This is not altogether surprising, given that it had been aged over 2 million years. Behind the report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.